In just a split second, everything changes. One wrong move and chaos erupts. This is a NASCAR crash that left everybody silent when Austin Dillon crashed at Daytona, to when Brendan Gaughan flipped in the air, landing on all four wheels, and when Kyle Larson had a massive flip at Talladega, barrel rolling down the backstretch. In this video, we're going to be looking at more crashes that are so painful to watch in NASCAR history.
Start-finish line, Logano comes down into Paul Menard. One car gets up on top of a group and goes flipping over and over, and the 30 lands on its roof. That's Parker Kligerman,
Cole Witt's teammate that just wrecked in that first caution.
And Brandon Davis's team, Swan Energy, suddenly has two cars torn up. There's Dave Blaney with the single car 77 team.
Look at a coil spring there that's come out of one of these race cars, a rear coil spring. Actually, Matt Kenseth in the 20 looks like he kicked up into Joey Logano in the 22 that turned him sideways.
Trevor Bayne, the 21, looked to me, Larry, like he was going to bump draft. Got him going. A lot of different looks here.
But before long, the sport that took the life of Dale Sr. began to take its first bites out of Dale Jr. In 2002, he endured a crash that looked eerily similar to his father's, and like his father, sustained a head injury.
Oh, I'm telling you, that is
a brutal hit.
It is.
I didn't know what was wrong with me. I just felt like a shotgun had went off beside my head. The violence of that crash was shocking, and I was like radioing to my crew.
Junior, you all right? Help me! Help me! Help me! Hurry up!
Earnhardt sustained a serious concussion, but didn't seek medical help.
There he is, isn't he? He's all of a sudden there's Harvick on the outside. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. See his hands on the steering wheel.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is now known for NASCAR's safety driver. He is the one that stepped out of the box that the drivers were used to and confronted head-on with concussions, telling other drivers to be careful and to look for symptoms after massive accidents. And in 2002, Dale Jr. got his first concussion at California after he made hard contact with Kevin Harvick, sending him into the wall. Even the radio transmission after the accident, Dale Jr. was saying, "Help me." He knew something was wrong. Dale Jr. is one of NASCAR's toughest drivers to be able to race after this. This impact was just so hard just to even watch. Just the wind probably got knocked out of him, and he got jolted around pretty good in there. Thankfully, Jr. was able to walk away, but unfortunately, with a concussion.
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going?
Oh, no!
He turns him.
No!
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No!
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
Unbelievable.
Carl Edwards' car destroyed, and Junior's protege, Keselowski, the winner, and Carl Edwards is moving around and ready to climb out.
Larry, look at that. The carburetor's gone off.
It's completely gone.
Picking up his first victory in NASCAR was Brad Keselowski after turning Carl Edwards down the front stretch. Edwards' car would be catapulted to the air off of Ryan Newman's windshield and thrown into the cash fence. This wreck is horrific, and it's one of NASCAR's most iconic crashes. Thankfully, it didn't go worse than it could have. Edwards could have ended up in the grandstands, or much worse could have happened to even Edwards. Thankfully, NASCAR's safety has improved to prevent even more crashes like this.
Watch this. You see, he got loose right on the bottom and then overcorrected, shot right across the racetrack into the outside wall.
I mentioned good news. Brent Raymer is climbing out of that truck.
See him right there going straight back into the outside wall. Already stunned from that first impact.
Oh boy, Zane Smith on his side. And over.
Run the red flag because of this wreck. 42. John Hunter Nemechek just drives into the left rear quarter panel with Zane. Zane climbs the wall, gets on the left side, and just rim rides it all the way around. Not sure I've ever seen that before, Steve.
This will be wild.
Things happen so quickly when they first happen, but this takes forever when you're in that car. This part.
I don't think we're going to see another crazy crash like this on 1.5 miles in some time. Zane Smith got pushed in the wall, and then his car drove on the wall, Lightning McQueen style, and then went barrel rolling down the corner, landing on all 4 tires at Kansas Motor Speedway in 2025. It all started with John Hunter Nemechek just squished him in the wall, and these cars are like toy cars. He just hooked on the wall and drove.
Whoa! That's a huge one for Larson! That car just snapped on him and went straight into the wall.
Hold on, good, hold on. Yeah, I don't know if I blew a tire or what.
That just snapped in a split second.
Yeah.
Watch this thing. The back end starts around first, and when it starts around, he overcorrects it. And that is that is very easy to do in this race car.
Just listen.
Oh, fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
There he goes. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside down. Upside.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is upside down, and I hope he's all right. I see him moving around in there.
Here is the initial contact. You see Chase's car yawed out just a tiny bit in the corner.
They got him loose.
That's all it takes.
That's the one. He was going to save it till that last little bump.
I was just going to say, AJ, just be a little patient here. We got a little ways to go yet, and you got a pretty good car. Wow.
In a moment.
This is amazing footage, folks.
Incredible camera work.
And just remember, there's a driver in every one of those cars. Watch it.
Well, that's a long, slow roll for Almendinger. And look, both those cars end up pretty much together, along with the mess that was Logano's car and Michael McDowell.
Chase about a car length ahead as they're closing in on the 9. He's going to go up, block the top of the racetrack. Big crash.
Denny Hamlin involved.
Big
like
crash.
Noah Gragson, Austin Cindric. This is what we talk about. Compromise track position, and you get right in the middle of it.
There's a lot of contact right there. As Christopher Buescher lifts off the gas, the 7, all those cars behind him, they all just make, they just run in the back of each other. Big accordion effect. They caught the 9 so quickly down the back straightaway, and
so I was looking to the inside, but you absolutely were dead on. It was the outside lane where the wreck kind of started. Right, the 88 kind of catches your attention with the block at the bottom, but the wreck is on the outside of the racetrack. So let's look at that high shot again. Look in the middle, like the 34, the 11, those 2 cars on the outside, that bright orange 11.
They're going to catch the 9. The 17 is going to run up on the back bump of the 9. He recognizes that. He lifts. No one else does. Everybody runs into the back of him, and it turns the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek into the wall, and then everything behind him just gets destroyed.
That's right. The 42 checks up. The 11 catches him. They both spit into the outside wall, and when they come back, it is a windshield wiper across the front of the field.
Normally, crashes really big happen at the end of NASCAR races. Coming to the finish, drivers are wanting to get every position they can, especially on super speedway races. Well, Atlanta Motor Speedway is a hybrid of Daytona and Talladega, so crashes can ensue big just like that at this track. But for some reason, this happened so early on in the race, and it took out over 22 cars. This was NASCAR's also first ever in-season challenge tournament race, took out a lot of big-name drivers, and busted a lot of brackets. But this crash was crazy to see.
Boy, he is right up against that wall, but he made the pass. Oh, trouble.
Hard, and the wall goes through
Byron noses in heavy.
Byron went in hard.
Oh. Matt Kent's has piled into Byron right to the 14 car right at the end there. 24 set down here on fire. 37, the 1. That was a huge wreck.
Byron on the bottom.
He just gets loose underneath
he just
the
starts
14.
spinning out, gets into the.
Man, it just.
Oh my gosh, the car almost went over.
Just hooked, nosed in.
How many times have we seen a car land on top of Ryan Newman?
Ryan Newman?
Yeah. I mean, that's 2 or 3 times I can remember.
Too many.
Remember, he was with McMurray down in Talladega when that happened.
Be inside his fuel window, and now he's lost that clean air. Oh, a big wreck. Huge contact.
48 is involved. That's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now up and over goes the 27. So Jeff Burton sliding on top.
I just want to get you. Hey, just hold tight right here. It doesn't take a minute here. You all good there?
Yeah, man. Did all I could there.
It's Jeff Burton's radio.
Pocono Raceway definitely has had its fair share of wild moments in its time. From crashes with Dale Jr. and Steve Park to the mysterious Elliott Sadler crash in the backstretch. But one thing's for sure, Pocono has a lot of surprises. But I don't think anybody was expecting in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race in 2022 that there would be a flip on the front straightaway with a big crash. And that's what happened to Jeb Burton. He got squeezed in between a car and the inside wall, and he basically catapulted off a left front wheel well, sliding himself on its roof across the front straightaway at Pocono. Thankfully, Jeb Burton was okay after this accident, but it was still wild.
4 like Kevin did. Oh, and there
Shots into the wall
They
with
wrecked.
the one of McMurray. 3, 4 cars around. One on its roof. One car hard into the wall.
That was
And it ends in flames and sparks.
Our front row sitter up here, he's got a torn up race car,
Mark
78
Trix,
car.
Time to qualify for his pilot's license right here.
2x2. Middle's open. We're upside down. Fine, nothing else is going to hit you. Stay buckled in. Stay buckled in. Stay buckled in. Nothing else is going to hit you. You're not hitting anything. Turn left if you can. Turn left if you can. Turn left if you can. Finish the race. Start finishes at your pit box. Start finishes at your pit box. One more, a little bit more. Get your transponder back.
Clint Bowyer may not have the resume that he wanted in his tenure at NASCAR. He picked up a lot of wins, but no championships and no marquee events. But I will say one thing about Clint Bowyer. He was spectacular, in any fashion of that matter. Racing, off the track, and even crashing. Clint Bowyer has wrecked in the most wildest ways, and in 2014, he did one of the most bizarre wrecks we've ever seen, and it wasn't even for a points race. It was the Daytona duels when he got spun out coming to the line to finish the race. He barrel rolled through the air like he's a stunt man. It was wild.
And Byron's involved. After a brilliant day, the driver of the relay Chevy. Just take a look. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
No idea that he was pitting at all. Many times the spotters will signal, wave their arms, I'm pitting, and clearly no communication from up there. William Byron just had no indication he was going to pit.
William Byron had the fastest car during the playoff race in 2025. He was easily going to probably win the race up until he messed up and Kyle Larson got around him, but he was reeling Kyle Larson back down and was going to catch him. But Ty Dillon would be stopping on the racetrack to pit, and Byron with nowhere to go would slam right in the back of him, costing himself a shot at winning the race and locking himself into the Final Four.
There he goes to make his move. He's going to switch back over. Oh, the block, and around goes the 34, and Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race, his first race. Huge wreck here, guys. Reddick.
Oh my God! Great work, guys! Woo!
Built by Gregson off his bumper, and away we go. Make the move to the outside. McDowell blocks him high, goes to the bottom, and look at the energy coming with Gregson. Brad was able to utilize that block, pushes him, and that was one block too many on McDowell's behalf. Turned him around.
Coming to the finish of the 2024 Talladega Spring Race, Michael McDowell, who needed a win to make the playoffs because realistically, he wasn't going to win anywhere else, threw a bad block on Brad Keselowski and ended up spinning himself out, collecting cars behind him as he took a massive hit to the outside wall. McDowell was okay after this accident, but I bet his heart was broken after not being able to pick up the checkered flag and a victory to make the playoffs.
Still inside trouble. Car hard in the wall. 2 of them. Keselowski to the line. Caution has waved with Keselowski the leader, and crashing are Harvick, Almendinger, Stenhouse, Truex, Labonte, and everybody else. Into the tri-oval. Contact between Truex and Almendinger, and then Cole Witt turns Kevin Harvick up and into the wall, and Stenhouse and Almendinger. Witt slides along and crashes with
Murray. He has a big run down.
Oh, we got one spinning.
And it's McMurray.
Got it. Bracket.
Man, that thing is flipping, rolling.
That car is junk.
You got that right.
Well,
I just hope he's
for a
okay.
ride right
He
there.
had been incredibly fast. He got a huge run off turn 2, caught a pack of cars, made a quick move, and ended up in the fence.
See the 31 of Newman with a pretty good run. No, he maybe cut a tire.
Something happened to that car. It just went around all by itself on the straightaway.
And see, what really sent that car over was when Newman hit him on the left side, it lifted the right side up and caught air.
Yeah.
And look at that car come apart against the fence.
It just disintegrates.
I mean, everything did its job of what it's...
And he gets tagged by Di Benedetto. Truex is in it. And so is the 77 of rookie Justin Haley.
Right on cue.
19 of Truex getting caught up in this.
Larry, that trend was nobody's friend.
Little bit of contact right there, and just turns the 37 around.
Boy, and Benedetto had nowhere to go, and Truex had nowhere to go.
So happy to see that 37 car stay on the ground when the 95 hit him. Yeah, big hit by Haley in the 77.
Meal got into Riggs.
It looked like Riggs had to maybe back out of the throttle a little bit because Kenny Wallace's car washed up as they come off the exit of turn 2 right there, the 48 car. Right here, this is turn 2. Kenny Wallace, the 48 car right there.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like Shane Meal possibly just got into the back of the 10 car.
The 47 car, yeah.
Yeah, got into Riggs. Look at that 2 flipping. Looks like Rusty Wallace's flip in the number 2 Winston Cup car here not many years ago.
And when they hit the grass, it even tumbled more. There's Randy LaJoy. Greg Biffle.
Oh, Biffle.
There's
Jay Sauter.
Kerry Earnhardt.
There's everybody. Jack
Sprague, our point leader.
And the track's completely
Tim Sauter.
blocked.
All the Sauters.
I think we did the right thing by saying who wasn't in it.
And because the track's blocked, NASCAR has displayed the red flag because the cars can't even get through on the back stretch.
It appears to me maybe 10 or 12 cars is all that's left. Boy, that 2 car went over big time and then gets hit, tumbles. That car's, look at that thing, Larry. It's turning every which way.
And then the 21.
And then he gets in the grass. Watch this.
Shot across.
Gets hit again.
Johnny Sauter, number 2, out of his car. And okay.
Amazing.
One of NASCAR's biggest accidents didn't even happen in the Cup Series. I'm not sure if you knew that. In 2002, during the Aaron's 312 at Talladega in the Busch Series, there was a 30-car pileup at Talladega, and it started at the front of the field. Multiple cars were involved in this. It sent one car flipping on its roof, barrel rolling on all 4 wheels, and then landing on top of other cars. This accident couldn't get even any worse as multiple drivers just didn't hit the brakes and piled in. This is one of NASCAR's crashes that will live on in infamy forever, especially because it wasn't in the Cup Series. You're used to the big storylines and crashes in NASCAR's popular series, but this one actually was basically a complete roadblock at Talladega in the Busch Series.
A strange and terrible wreck as Mark Martin was caught up in an accident in front of him off turn 4, spun down pit road and caught the butt end of the opening of pit wall. You see Mark climbing from the car there, fortunately, because look where that car hit that wall just behind the driver's compartment.
I don't know if that got the oil tank there. More than likely, that's probably exactly situated right behind the driver's seat there, just in front of the rear tire.
Yeah, you can see oil up inside the glass, the rear window. It's busted the oil tank. Good to see Mark get out of that car. That was crazy.
and see him thank the safety workers there too as he walked away. Racing right in front of him in turn 4.
Yeah, and this Mark had caught these cars. You can see Bobby Labonte looks like just loses it, gets loose with that car right up behind him there. But Mark had been there for a while, and you can see Mark spinning now. Not much you can do except hold on and lock the brakes as a driver at this point in time.
And right there, oh.
Yeah, I was lucky the crew members weren't injured there as well. I'm telling you, that was just a crazy accident.
Mark's trying to keep it off the wall right here and keep it a little damaged as he possibly can, but just can't get it back out. Wow, you can see all the oil go out from under it.
Instantly it ruptured that oil tank. That could have been a big problem if it had caught fire immediately.
Man.
Safety crews were right on the spot, though.
Ed Martin had caught this 47 and 42 and been behind them for about 10 laps, but couldn't get around them because the 47 and 42 had a little fresher tires, but as you can see the fire underneath, but the fire crew was right there on top of things.
In 2012, Mark Martin had one of the most horrific pit road accidents we've ever seen in NASCAR. In my opinion, this is top 5 of the most scariest moments we've ever seen on pit road. Mark Martin was leading the race actually when this happened, and that was not the lucky part of him. The lucky part was him surviving this horrible crash and not injuring a single human on pit road. Mark Martin was turned on the racetrack and he went down pit road at over 100 miles per hour and narrowly hit his car right behind his seat where he sits in his race car. Mark Martin was lucky there was nobody in that pit stall of Casey Kahne's that he ran into or any pit crew members near the wall when he hit it. Thankfully, everybody was okay, but this is probably the closest call we've seen in the last 20 years in NASCAR at a pit stop.
Michael McDowell, only his second NASCAR Sprint Cup Series start. He finished 26th at Martinsville.
Whoa, guys, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
He hit that wall a ton.
Oh, my gosh.
The 2008 qualifying session at Texas Motor Speedways tested the limits of NASCAR's new Car of Tomorrow race car. The 08 season brought this new race car for its improved safety, and it was tested dramatically after Michael McDowell would go head-on into the wall at over 200 miles per hour. This is probably one of Michael McDowell's worst crashes in his NASCAR career, but he was able to walk away from this unscathed.
Oh, there we go. There was no way.
Boyer's in it. Bobby Labonte's in it. Strimy's in it. Jeff Gordon down to the grass.
Nothing else coming from behind you.
And Kurt Busch went over and over.
Bowyer, McMurray.
They're just, guys, I'm with Denny. And, you know, having been in these situations several times, there's no way you can race that way and make it. And running out of time. I mean, he's, you know, desperate. And you see the 36 move down just a little bit. And Yaley and Stenhouse thought he could squeeze by on the, next to the wall, and he just couldn't make it. And this kid's ugly. Watch his thing.
Right on top of Ryan Newman.
Hadn't Ryan Newman had cars on top of him before here?
I think the 2009 race.
I think you're right.
Brad Keselowski and Carl Edwards coming to the checkered flag.
Boyer's 15 comes up, clogs the track.
Not at all.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside. Wow. Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof, Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest. Scoring unofficial between Hamlin and Blaney as far as who crossed the finish line first. Blaney tried the top side, tried to get low. Ryan Newman goes around and the car goes to its roof, and here's the onrushing Corey LaJoie picking it up and over.
Trying to win the Daytona 500, the biggest race of the year, Ryan Newman blocks Ryan Blaney and ends up successfully blocking him to the top. But when he came back to the bottom, their bumpers just touched at a bad angle, sending Newman into a horrific crash. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. Also, if you've liked this video, I'm pretty sure these videos will catch your eye also.